dealing with is an experienced child abuser that is aware of a previous case.
Investigators digging into a history of abuse and violence. The new information about the parents of little baby Emmanuel, now that they're charged with his murder.
NBC4 News at 5 starts with breaking news.
And we begin tonight with that breaking news tragedy in Minneapolis. Good evening, everyone. I'm Carol.
Now, Annabelle Sedano, Michael and Colleen are on assignment. 2 children were killed when a shooter opened fire at the church. Others were seriously hurt in the shooting.
And we want to take you now to Minneapolis. This is a live vigil is in at any moment. Parents, students, and friends now mourning the loss of 2 children, ages 8 and 10.
You see those live images there. We also want to go to NBC4's Conan Nolan. He's following the latest with this investigation. Conan, what have you learned so far?
Well, as you pointed out, tonight in Minneapolis, a series of vigils will be held in the memory of the dead, the wounded, and the still stunned in that community. All this the result of another shooting of young people, 6, with one telling us that they had practiced for a possible attack on their school, but not in the neighboring church.
Outside what was to have been the 3rd day of school, parents in the agonizing night with their children. Among the survivors, 10
2 seats away from the stained glass windows. So they were the shots were right next to me.
It took place in a house of God. The congregation, predominantly young students from the adjoining elementary school, taking part in the sacrament of Mass at Annunciation Catholic Church in Minneapolis. Just service, a man dressed in black and opened fire through the church window.
And I just ran under the pew and I covered my head. Saved me though, because he got hit.
And called her mother from outside the church.
And the first thing she said is, "Mom, I'm safe," but something happened.
No gunfire.
Lives 2 blocks away.
I was shocked. I said, "There's no way that could be gunfire." There was so much of it.
Police arrived moments later and found the gunman dead after having taken his own life. Not before shooting 19 of those inside the church, most of them children.
2 young children, ages 8 and 10, were killed where they sat in the pews. 17 other people were injured, 14 of them being children.
Police have identified the shooter as Westman, 23 years old. They say Westman was armed with a rifle, shotgun, and pistol. NBC News reporting that Westman had posted videos online that extreme and police have yet to release a motive. President Trump posting that the FBI responded to the shooting quickly and asking the country to pray with him for everyone involved. Matt Dubois is.
And please continue to pray for those still receiving care. But don't stop with your words. Let's make a difference and support this community, these children, these families, these teachers.
Police say there was anti-Catholic, anti-Jewish, anti-Trump writings with the gunman apparently etched on some of the weaponry. Several of the injured have been in serious, if not critical, condition. All are expected to be seen. That while there has not been a motive given by police, it appears the gunman's mother worked at the school up until 2017. I'm Conan Nolan, NBC4 News.
Conan, thank you very much for that update. The Archbishop of Los Angeles released a statement saying, quote, "We are praying for our brothers and sisters in Minneapolis. We pray for those who died and those who were injured in this morning's shooting at Annunciation Catholic School." And we want to give you another live look at the prayer vigil honoring the victims tonight. We will, of course, continue to follow this story both on air and online. And right now, on our NBCLA website and our app, we have a special section dedicated to the shooting. We will be keeping that updated with the latest information.
Meanwhile, as the search continues in the Inland Empire for missing 7-month-old Emmanuel Aro, investigators are revealing more about the abuse they believe he suffered. On August 14th, his mother, Rebecca, told police that baby Emmanuel had been kidnapped. She, with her husband, Jake, were both arrested Friday and both now charged with murder and making a false police report. Today, the Riverside County District Attorney revealed baby Emmanuel may have died from ongoing child abuse. The DA went on to say the baby's presumed death could have been prevented if Jake was given prison time instead of probation after his 2018 conviction in a separate child abuse case.
Outrageous, an outrageous error in judgment by this judge. And I don't have any problem saying that. I'm not the judge personally. That decision was absolutely outrageous. Mr. Hauer should have been in prison at the time.
Jake and Rebecca Hauer back September 4th.
The Lancaster man charged in swaps of murder is now in custody. Josimar Cabrera was located in Peru on the same day he was found in the Los Angeles National Forest. NBC4's Karma Dickerson the next steps to bring him back to face a judge here. Karma.
Yes, Annabelle, 2 weeks after his wife was reported missing and ultimately found dead, that man has turned himself into authorities in South America, and he will eventually make his way back here to LA County to face justice. So here he is. You can take a look at that video. No longer on the run at this point. Josimar Cabrera has turned himself in to Peruvian law enforcement. The Peruvian National Police posting this video showing the 36-year-old murder suspect in the county. And we're showing the video exactly as they posted. Part of Cabrera's face, also with a black bar across his eyes. But it was this video which captured attention across continents. Security camera footage that investigators say shows Cabrera, or at least appears to show him, dragging a large and seemingly heavy object from a apartment complex he shared with his wife and 3 children. His wife, Shayla Cabrera, was reported missing August 12. 4 days later, search crews found her body in the Angeles National Forest. The LA County Sheriff's Department says by the time surveillance video of Cabrera was discovered, he had already left the country, taking his 3 children eventually to Peru. Those children have fortunately been found safe. August 21st, the LA County DA filed murder charges, knowing he was still in Peru. He's set to be extradited back to the United States, a process that, according to the LA County Sheriff's Office, is expected to take months. Meanwhile, here locally, a huge push from the community, first to find Shayla, then to bring her killer to justice. And now they want her to have a proper burial.
Hopefully in a few more weeks, she could be sent back with support of the United States government and the Peruvian embassy to send her back so she could be laid to rest with her family.
That community activist with Agents of Change says there will also be a march Saturday in Lancaster in Shayla Cabrera's memory, and also speaking out against domestic violence and calling for a stronger, what they say, a strong law enforcement push to keep people safe in those situations. Now, the sheriff today did say that even though it is expected to take months to bring Cabrera back here to LA County, he will remain in custody in Peru in the meantime. Reporting live from Lancaster, Karma Dickerson, NBC4 News.
Let's take you outside right now. Beautiful view from our camera in Catalina. The view of Avalon Harbor. Beautiful place to be on a day like today where the temperatures are still hot, still muggy. And just Melissa McGee tracking your first alert forecast. Melissa.
Hi there, Carolyn. We're actually going to have more of that humidity as we get into our Thursday, and I'm going to show you the reason why. But outside